Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Micca. Thank you very much indeed for coming. So, you're the owner of Icon Yachts. Maybe you could sort of start by giving us sort of a sense of your background and your journey to buying the shipyard.
Well, I actually started as a Swiss business lawyer. I still own legal and financial activities in Switzerland and Monaco, where I live with my family. But the passion for the oceans and the boats was much bigger than everything. And I started to invest in Icon Yachts in the Netherlands in 2015. I then had the opportunity to acquire the whole shipyard in 2021. My goal was twofold. First of all, to play an important role in the industry as a brand, and I could feel the potential of Icon Yachts. And more personally, I really wanted to be part of the Dutch ecosystem, which is, in my opinion, the most fascinating and valuable ecosystem of our industry.
Did no one try and talk you out of buying a shipyard?
Of course, but I'm very happy I did it. It is also a matter of strengths and opportunities. If you look at the location of our shipyard, you see we are in the north of the Netherlands, actually in Harlingen, which is outside of the dike. And this is a fantastic location with unrestricted access from the North Sea. So we can welcome large vessels for all sorts of projects. And this was definitely a strong factor for myself as an investor as well.
Just talk about the process of buying it and kind of the due diligence you had to go through. What were some of the things you were looking at, and what were the risks that you were kind of worried about?
Well, I think I was not so surprised by the legal or financial aspects of such a transactions. You have a real estate component, a business component, you have a holding company. So I knew these things not only as a lawyer, but as a businessman, I would say. What was more surprising is what I discovered shortly after taking over, which is this vital relationship between, on one side, the shipyard and its clients, and on the other side, the shipyard and its suppliers. There is an extreme and sometimes a bit toxic interdependency between these figures.
How do you get across that issue then if it's toxic?
Well, sorry, can you say again?
Well, what's the challenge there if there's a sort of a toxic relationship there?
Well, simply put, the shipyard sells a project to a client. And based on that, you will commit, as a shipyard, large amounts with your suppliers. And this means that over a long period of time, for a very complex project, you can be exposed with your suppliers if the client doesn't pay for whatever reason. And similarly, if the supplier doesn't deliver for any reason, you will be exposed with your client. And this has problems written all over it. It's a major issue for all shipyards. We try to, and I think we have managed to solve this by investing a lot of time and resource into the financial control, project control, and also company culture. So everybody must know that this is probably the most important matter. And then you should also try to deal with the right clients. Of course, sounds a bit stupid to say, but the right client is not the guy showing up with the Rolls Royce and the gold watch and pulling you into his dreams. You need to be a very organized and wealthy individual with a very strong team to be able to build the yachts in the Netherlands with a good yard. And the good thing is that this information nowadays are public. So I explained to my team, go online and look for people. The information are there, and we should try to avoid anything outside of these categories. It's vital.
Okay, then. Well, let's talk us through your vision for Icon Yachts and the business model that you're operating.
Well, we would like to become a leader in ocean exploration and ocean conservation. We have a diversified business model, and that's not so common in the industry. We are known for our conversions. We are now restarting new build projects. We do a lot of refit, and we have pushed the refit model to basically the offering of our platform also to other shipyards, and that was, I think, innovative and very successful.
I mean, you've had some Icon's done some sort of iconic yachts like Legend back in the day. Talk about that kind of reputation and what clients are after when they come to you and speak to you.
I think because of our infrastructure, historically, we were able to consider very large refits, and I'm now showing Project Master currently in build. She is originally a fantastic rescue vessel that we are transforming into an explorer yacht. We can do this because the donor vessel could come to the shipyard, and it is not the first project of this kind, and clients love this project. From day one, they own a fantastic vessel, and they transform it a little bit like you do in real estate. So very good vibes and very good projects. I think this is what Project Master will look like in a couple of years. Aqualaris, that you have mentioned, was also a refit of a Russian icebreaker. And Ragnar shows also the incredible work of the designers, RWD in this case. And you see the before and after is just, I think, very, very special, very iconic. And yeah, she's a flagship for us, for sure.
Are these pre-sold then, or are you building these on spec, to Chris's point about yards building more on spec?
Well, it depends. It really depends. Ragnar has been started with the client, and we helped them to identify a good platform, and we assisted them for the start of their project. Project Master that we saw before is built in speculation.
Okay, so it's out there for sale.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe a few words about the new builds. I would say restart, because Icon Yachts is also famous for beautiful white yachts built in the 2000s. Of course, we now have a focus on ocean explorer yachts. So we have now come up with this new project, Mission L, and even more interesting, I think, Mission M, which is 500 GT Dutch, I would say, smaller explorer yacht, which I think the market absolutely needs. So we're very happy, and this is being a very successful launch.
Okay, so how many yachts have you got in build at the moment?
Well, we are a small shipyard, so we can handle 1 to 2 projects of our own project, and around this you have refit that we do with clients or other Dutch yards. Okay.
Describe your refit business a bit for us. I mean, what kind of percentage of your business is the refit part of it?
I would say it's a good half, or maybe more, and it's a very important part of our industry and our activity as a shipyard. I would say many large yachts have to go back to Holland for big works. And we discuss with the famous yards how we join forces to achieve this. And it's being, I would say, very powerful for everyone. And if I was an investor, I would definitely invest in that space.
In the refit space, what? Go on, expand on that a bit more. Why would you do that?
Because you have, I would say, a lack of infrastructure a bit everywhere for, I would say, refit activities typically. And the real estate for yachts, infrastructure for yachts, is actually a growing or even a booming niche. We see what happened in the US with Blackstone investing actually billions in that space. I think in Europe we are now starting to realize what it means, also because they're coming and they will do big things because the market is there.
Is that something you're thinking about yourself in terms of expansion?
Well, yes and no. I would like to focus on Icon in the Netherlands. I would say also our own projects. But definitely as an investor, I will look for opportunities in that space and definitely proceed.
Okay. Give us a sort of a sense of, since you've sort of had full ownership of Icon, give us a sense of what you're most proud of, what you've achieved so far.
I think first our ability to survive, because it's a difficult job. And also to make fewer mistakes, to learn as a team, become profitable, and I would say the company culture as well, to stop fighting internally against each other, but fighting together against the outside world, so to speak. This is very important. This is the turn, I think, in any organization. And I think we can all agree that it's a big challenge. But when you see it happening, it's pure magic.
That sounds great. Just expand on that kind of fighting amongst yourselves business. I mean, you know, what's going on?
Well, I think it's a difficult job on a daily basis, and there is tension, there is friction between people at the shipyard, with the owner's rep team, with the suppliers. Some big yards in Holland say it's a little war every day, and this is very challenging for people, for the morale, for you know, how we go forward together, and. So there's a lot of that in this part of the industry.
Yeah. And so how, you know, from your point of view as the owner, what's your steps for overcoming that? How do you approach that?
You mean about company culture?
Yeah.
Well, I think you have to be present, and it's people business. Really, it's people business. So. Some people want to stay home and do their work from home. I have my doubts. I love to see people physically together as a Formula One team, prepare together, fight together, having this culture of performance. It's very important. I think this is how you survive, actually, because then it's contagious. The owner's team, they feel it. They join this I would say energy, and then you start winning all together.
You mentioned mistakes just then. We all make mistakes, obviously, on our daily basis. But describe some of your sort of biggest learnings since you've been in the role. I
think the financial matters are really, really important. It's the heart of the shipyard. You have this interdependency I explained before, and you have to be on it every day. And this is something you can never be comfortable about the financial department and the financial matters. And you really have to create the perfect music, the perfect harmony, starting from the client's financing, because this is how it starts most of the time, a client financing. And then you see recently, everything can happen. Last weekend, this will have consequences on how also shipyards are financed and how projects are financed. So there will be disruption, there will be bad news. So you have to be prepared for everything. This is what I've learned.
How do you react when you see something like the weekend, just in sort of long, broad view of things? How does that affect your business?
Well, we were actually discussing several projects for infrastructures in the Gulf. There is a very strong demand. A lot of high net worth individuals, their family, they move to these places for a better life. I think we've all thought one day, let's go there, because the project of the Emirates is so strong. And now, of course, people will start thinking, okay, but what can happen in the next months, in the next years? And that's unfortunate. It is going to slow down, I think, a lot of projects there. But I think they can catch up. I think they will come up with a strong strategy for the next months and years, and they will surprise us as always.
Okay. Do we have any questions in the room at all for Micca? Anyone want to bravely put their hands up and ask a question, or have we got any on Slido that we can tackle? Can't see any in the room. Any Slido questions? Just bear with us, Micca. We'll just get some on here if there are any. I'll ask you a quick one while we're waiting. What ultimately drives you? What gets you out of bed every morning?
I think it's the race for the oceans. It has just started, actually, and we see all the big hotel brands going to sea with their clients. I think that's a key signal. Everything we are doing in this room is so relevant, and the experience business will now boom. It will be based on, I think, on an hospitality model. There will be yacht cruise company, yacht expedition companies. We're looking at this very seriously, and I think it's the most exciting thing nowadays.
Okay, let's take this one here from Benjamin from Keystone again. What motivates clients to opt for a commercial vessel conversion over building from scratch? Well,
that's a very important question, and we have been asked so many times. It depends. It depends. It looks like a cheaper and a faster project to find the perfect platform, to add a superstructure, and have a fantastic explorer yacht. It is true sometimes, but not always. It depends what you keep of the original vessel. It depends what you find when you start scrapping the original vessels. I think in some cases it is very close to a new build with similar prices eventually. So I would look at it on a case-by-case approach. This is what we do.
Okay, lovely. Do we have any more on there? We've got time for a couple more. Nicola Fry, when will you build Icon 2?
Oh. Well, many clients have tried. If I had the funds, I would try as well. I think Nicola is referring to a motor yacht icon, probably. Huh? Nicola, where are you? Yes, you're referring to motor yacht icon. Yeah. Yes, you're absolutely right. And yes, our boats have been charter superstars, and yes, we should try to replicate. We have all the plans, all the engineering. Why not?
Are all Icon Explorer yachts ice classed, from Hugo?
Well, yes and no. I think the ICE class and Polar Code is something, of course, clients want to adopt, and we advise them on this. But there are many different kind of configurations depending on what you want to do with the boat. Some clients come in and say, "I want an icebreaker," but the icebreaker is probably not what they imagine. Of course, you can break the ice and be in extreme condition, but being there in the winter is probably not what they want to do. You can be Polar Codes and ice class and be in the Arctic in the summer and have the most amazing time and sailing in the ice as well. So a lot of nuance, but I would say to answer, yes, most of them are.
Anonymous, are the refits carried out at Icon mostly conversion yachts?
No. We have, I would say, traditional refits. So for upgrades, repair, and all kind of works. So it's a big variety of refits.
Okay. Any more? Here we go. Does a commercial ship conversion to a yacht require different skills in terms of staff and expertise?
Very good question. Yes, absolutely. Because you need to identify the right platform for the project you have at hand. And this is a know-how I am proud to say we have. We work on a very big database of commercial vessels, when they become available, what is their strength, their weaknesses, and which one we are going to select for a specific project. I think in the world we are a top player for that.
And that idea of relifing an old yacht is presumably a part of the draw for people as well. Absolutely,
it is. I would say recycling in a very good way a vessel, and also I would say the history of the vessel itself is very appealing because they have sailed in all conditions. They are extremely capable and seaworthy, and clients love that.
Brilliant. Okay, I think we will. Oh, there's one more. Let's do this one quickly. Do you find clients who want Explorer yachts over traditional motor yachts tend to venture further, or are they being used in the Caribbean and Med mostly? So in other words, are people buying Explorer yachts because it looks cool, but they're still doing the same things?
Yes, I think there is a trend, a little bit like in the automotive industry when the SUVs started to become very popular. And we see the same trend in Explorer yachts, but actually the capabilities of reaching remote destinations with specific design and equipment, and to be able to do such an adventure with your family, your friends, people you love, this is the main driver. And yes, they will spend also good time in the Med, but I think the intention is very, very pure.
Okay, let's leave it there. That's brilliant. Thank you,
Thank
Micca.
you, Rob.